I could feel my heart pounding so fast. My hands and knees were trembling. As my body shakes, the cramps in my stomach go painful minute by minute. My back lay flat on the hospital stretcher as the sound of the ambulance's siren warned every car on the way. I'm currently in labor, and my husband, together with the medical workers, were rushing me to the hospital. Along the way, my cramps are getting worse. It is truly not a joke to carry twins. The moment my doctor told me that I'm expecting twins, my heart leaped. I was the happiest person on earth. It is such a blessing to conceive two human beings inside your womb. A wonderful indeed feeling, especially for a mother. My love for my children is beyond words. I haven't met them yet, but this unfailing and unconditional affection I have for them is untouchable, perhaps unbreakable. The sudden pain I felt every minute was driving me crazy, but my husband's presence and touch made it bearable. I want to fight for us. This thought kept me headstrong and courageous. The ambulance finally slowed down as we arrived at the hospital. The nurses moved my stretcher towards the ER. I could feel it now. They're coming out. Don't worry, love. Everything will be alright. My husband's words comforted me. My willpower escalated, and with that, I entered the emergency room bravely. As I was delivering my twins, the pain was indescribable. It was the kind of pain that almost ripped my life apart. My doctor kept on telling, "Push!" and I did what they said. I pushed harder. I used all my might, and after a few minutes, I could already hear the cry of my first baby. That's one already. You're doing great, Erica. Brace yourself. The other one is coming. I clutched the bed sheets and screamed the loudest scream that I did in my entire life. I pushed harder, and after 2 minutes, my second baby came out. My tears went falling down my cheeks immediately. The touch of joy and love embraced me, and as soon as I saw the faces of my girls, it warmed my heart to the point that I couldn't stop smiling. They are beautiful. Congratulations, madam. You're now a mother. I couldn't hold back my tears anymore. I bawled my eyes out as the doctor handed me my kids. I touched them for the very first time, and I could say that love is indeed real. The post labor surgery started, and the babies were put inside the nursery. After a day, I woke up feeling good, even though there was still slight pain prominent. However, I was so happy when I woke up seeing my husband next to me. He greeted me so sweetly and immediately attended to my needs. You are so incredible, my love. I am so proud of you. Thank you so much, my love. He kissed me, and I kissed him back. Afterwards, the door opened, and it was the nurses with our babies. My smile widened as soon as I saw their faces, and by the time they placed them both on my arms, I started to cry again. I am the happiest woman in the world. I said it with excitement and giddy. I couldn't wait to build my life with them. The nurses, including my husband, chuckled. The nurses left us four, and we started to cuddle each other. My husband and I couldn't get enough of our babies. They are so cute and squishy, and they look exactly alike, a mix of my features and my husband's. We spent the entire morning together. My husband took care of us. He never failed to amaze me, even during my pregnancy. He stood beside me and never gave up on me, even with my mood swings and pregnancy struggles. However, there were also times when I would feel sad, especially when he said comments about the big changes in my physiques. Since I began my pregnancy, my body started to change as my belly grows, and the changes in my weight were very evident, and my husband never failed to pick that on me. I could still vividly remember the words that he would use to describe me, more or less shame me. You look so big already. You're so fat. Take care of your body. Being pregnant is not an excuse. Stop eating too much. You look like a whale. He would say these words in my face every time he gets. I just let him slide because I don't want to be distracted by his comments and just be stressed about it. However, there were also a few times when I would defend myself. My love, you must understand that I'm having twins. I think it is understandable that I'm eating a lot because I'm feeding two babies as well. But every time I say these words to him, he would scold me instead. I told you that being pregnant is not an excuse. It's your job not to slack off in taking care of your body as well as your babies. Just say you're lazy instead of reasoning out. I was shocked the moment I heard those words from him. How can he even say those words to me? He knew very well that pregnant women can be so emotional due to our hormones, and saying those sensitive words could hurt me. I grew used to his comments and banters. It became natural to me, and on a more specific note, I was immune already. I was brought back to reality when my husband patted me. Hey, the doctor will come to check on you and then you'll be discharged. I smiled at him and nodded. After all, his body shaming and insults towards me, I know he was just looking after me and wanted only the best for me and our babies. He took care of me, and now I could see that he also will become a good father. After a few moments, the doctor came and greeted me. She also congratulated me for putting up a brave fight, she calls it. Indeed, my delivery was intense, but I persevered and brought two beautiful babies into this world, healthy and kicking. She checked my vital signs, my surgery results, and the babies as well. On top of that, she also left me with medication advice while I undergo my postpartum. And after that, she told me that I am free to go. My husband helped me get up, and the moment that he saw my post-marital body, I saw how his eyes twitched and he looked away. My heart broke from that simple gesture. Is he ashamed of me? Or does he hate my body? I admit that my body isn't in its best state right now due to the pregnancy. It is way different than what I looked like before I had kids. But it is not something to be ashamed of, because this is my body and I'm comfortable in my skin. However, I know how vocal my husband can be when it comes to things like this, to the point that he doesn't care whether I was hurt or not. He just speaks his mind and won't even care about what you'll feel. And yet again, I tried my best to ignore his side eyes now and then. When we got home, we both immediately put our babies in their beds. Our house feels more relaxing and comfortable the moment Leela and Lola grace this humble abode. As a mother, I want to give them the best of everything. I want them to feel loved and cared for. Good thing, right before I went into labor, we hired two young nannies that would help us in taking care of our two angels. Chelsea, the older one of the two, greeted us with a wide smile. Welcome home, Mr. and Mrs. Brent, congratulations. She proceeded to hold the babies and played with them. I could see that they're going to take good care of them. Aside from that, I could also see my husband's eyes roaming on Chelsea's body. I don't want to lie, and I have to admit that she is so beautiful and sexy. Her curves, height, and weight are very proportionate to her entire body. She even looks like a supermodel. I gulped in nervousness as my thoughts went flying. Does my husband like her? Oh, please do not let that happen. I took a look at my own body, and I could say that it is way different from her. Later that night, as we were about to go to the bed, I could sense that something was bothering my husband. I held his arms, but he moved away. Ever since we came home from the hospital, he became cold and snobbish. Don't tell me that this is all about my body again. What's wrong, love?
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yes, of course.
Then I will be completely honest with you.
My heart started to pump like crazy. I don't know what he was going to say, but I anticipated it to be bad. Bad for my mental health.
You're fat. Even after you gave birth, you still look fat. And I don't like it. You're so ugly.
Even though I knew that he would say something like this, I didn't expect it to be this harsh and straightforward. But my love, I only just gave birth. Of course my body won't just magically turn the way it was before.
Then work on it.
Why is he so obsessed with the narrative of me having a bad body? Does he only love me when my body is fit? I wanted to talk to him, but he turned around and forced himself to sleep. He is so difficult to talk to. Why is he like this? The next days were busy. I dedicated my time and exerted all my efforts into my daughters. Even though I have nannies helping me, I just couldn't let them do all the work. I have to be hands-on in taking care of my babies as well. Aside from that, the past few days were heavy for me as well. My husband never failed on reminding me about my physique. He kept on calling me fat, whale, food dump, and lazy. And every time he calls me these words, my heart bleeds. Moreover, he draws distance from me. He won't talk to me like he used to, and he only speaks to me whenever it is about the kids concerned. It was so depressing living in a house wherein your husband ignores you. It's very taxing. What's more exhausting was that he always tends to the babies whenever Chelsea was the one taking care of them. His actions towards her were very suspicious. I didn't want to conclude, and for worse, suspect the girl of having an affair with my husband. One afternoon, after I woke up from my power nap, I decided to visit the babies. The door was not locked, so I opened it immediately. But my heart skipped a beat when I saw my husband and Chelsea kissing and worse, touching each other while the babies were asleep. All the overthinking and suspicions came to an end when I caught them together inside our baby's nursery room. They are so disrespectful. I shouted, and the look on their faces was very shocking, especially Chelsea's. But my husband quickly got up. He looked at me with a smug face. What an arrogant man!
I think it's about time for you to know,
he said coldly. To know what? That you are having an affair with our maid and that you did a horrible thing right here in our baby's room?
Yeah, I'm having an affair with Chelsea, and what about it? Just look at her. She's so gorgeous and sexy. You're nothing compared to her. Just look at your body. You are built like a box.
I saw Chelsea smirk and cling to my husband. The girl is truly a snake. Both of them are of the same kind, disrespectful and evil people. How could you do this to me?
Well, I fell out of love. Who would stay in love with someone like you? You look horrible.
I gave you 2 daughters. I endured everything for us. You know that my pregnancy was hard and that I struggled with my body because I was carrying 2 kids. I just can't automatically transform my body into a sexy physique.
I don't care. I'm in love with Chelsea and we will live together. I will still support my children, but I will never come back to you again.
He gave me a ridiculous and mocking smirk, while Chelsea teased me as she was flirtatiously caressing my husband's arms. Both of them left me and the kids. I couldn't take it anymore. I covered my mouth as I kept myself from crying loud. I don't want my kids to hear me and disturb them from their sleep. He left me with 2 newborn babies. My heart hurt so bad that I almost couldn't breathe. Fortunately, Nita, the other nanny, came to help me. She told me that she saw Henry and Chelsea riding in the car. They have no mercy. They're monsters. My husband is a jerk. How could he possibly do this to us? What will happen to us now? I looked at my daughters and they were sleeping so soundly, oblivious to what just happened. My heart breaks for them. I had a breakdown. My anxiety went up and the pain in my heart was added to it. I just want something good to happen to me and my kids. Nita rushed to help me. She carried me to my bedroom and advised me to take a rest and she will take care of the children. Days passed and there were no signs of my husband and Chelsea. I was so devastated, but I still tried to do better for my kids. Nita approached me. "Madam, you look so tired. You can rest." "I have rested enough, Nita. My kids need me. I have to take care of them." She held my arms and she tried her best to comfort me. "You need to take care of yourself as well, madam. This is the best revenge you can give to the people who wronged you. Make yourself better, grow, and improve." Nita's advice hit me. It is true. I should be working on myself. There was no point in diving deep into my depression and living in the reality that my husband dumped me over a pathetic and irrational reason. From that day, I started to list my goals, all the things that I would want to happen and things that I would want myself to grow into. With that, I curated a 3-month-long workout, meal, and glow-up plans. I started researching the best postpartum exercises and fitness workouts that could help me tone my body and build me into a perfect healthy shape. On top of that, I started eating healthy as well as incorporate healthy meal intake into my lifestyle. Furthermore, I also indulged myself in taking care of my mental health. I reached out to a psychologist and asked for professional help, and with their assistance, I was able to recover and feel good about myself. Additionally, I also invested in my intellectual and spiritual well-being as well as by reading books, listening to podcasts, and improving my mindset. And by doing all of these things, I still have and give enough time to my kids. Day by day, as I do all this stuff, I also took a video of it and posted them to my social media accounts. It served as my healing journey archives and compilation. In that way, I was able to enjoy what I am doing, and by sharing it with the world, perhaps I could inspire other people. One morning, Nita woke me up very early. As soon as I caught myself, I saw excitement and joy all mixed up in Nita's facial expression. "Yes? Is everything okay?" Yes, it is." She said those words in a very exciting way, and then she handed her phone and she showed me a familiar video. "Wait, this is my video on a video sharing platform. You went viral." My eyes widened. "Is this real?" "What? How?" "Many people reached your video and it was very inspiring on their end." I quickly grabbed my phone And once I viewed the video sharing platform, my videos garnered 10,000 plus views. I even got a video with over 1 million reach. Many people left comments on my videos telling me that I was able to help them in their self growth. Aside from that, many brands contacted me asking for sponsorship, partnership, and endorsement. To sum it all up, I became an instant celebrity. With all the brand deals and contracts, I was able to earn and save money for my family. Many people praised me for my transformation and were amazed by my determination. I became a social media influencer, and people call me the mother who transformed for self growth. I use the platform that I have right now to spread awareness, body positivity, wellness, and fitness. From that day, my life became better. I was able to provide support for my two daughters as well as spoil myself and other people that have been good to me during the difficult times. One day, I was playing with my twins. The room was filled with laughter and joy, but I was taken aback when the doorbell rang. Nita opened it and found Henry, my husband, standing there looking remorseful. I quickly stood up and went to him. "What are you doing here?"
My love, I've realized my mistake. I miss you and the kids. I want us to be a family again.
Bold of him to assume that I would let that happen. Henry, I appreciate your remorse, but I have moved on. I can't forget the hurtful things you said to me. I want no toxicity in my life anymore.
But my love, you're beautiful now, and you've become successful. I want to be a part of that.
My appearance and success are not what defines me. I have worked hard to build my confidence and find happiness without you. My focus is on our children and myself. They deserve a positive and nurturing environment.
I never realized how important that was until I lost you. Is there any chance we can work things out?
It's not about appearances or material wealth. It's about respect, trust, and support. I deserve someone who loves and appreciates me for who I am, not just my external attributes.
I understand. I truly regret the pain I caused you. You deserve to be happy.
So get out of here and never think of destroying our peace here. On that day, I learned a lesson. Put yourself first, prioritize it, and give your energy to people that genuinely love you. I have made the right choice. I will focus on raising my kids with all the love and support they need. I'll continue to nurture my growth and happiness and surround myself with positivity. I smiled, knowing that I have reclaimed my life and found the strength to let go of toxic relationships.